Part 5. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 41. The underworld was born. The merits of 6 feet descended from heaven fell on the back of earth. The aura on Ho-Tu's body surged. It turned out that she was an ancestral witch, comparable to a quasi-sage who could kill 3 corpses. Now with the added merit, his strength has reached the level of Honghuang Saint. But the moment she reached the level of Honghuang Saint, she had already felt the meaning of heaven. She can no longer participate in the Lich War. Moreover, she will only be able to stay in the underworld for the rest of her life. When they saw Ho-Tu's strength as a Honghuang Saint, the expressions of Emperor Jun and Dong Huang of the Demon Clan changed in shock. The Wu clan looked overjoyed. Okay, my sister has achieved the strength of Honghuang Saint, we will win this battle. Sister, come and join us in killing the Demon Clan. Dezhang and others shouted. Dear brothers, the will of heaven cannot allow me to interfere in any prehistoric affairs, and I will not be able to leave the underworld again in the future. Come with me to the underworld. At this moment, Ho-Tu intuitively feels that the Wu clan will be in great danger in this battle. Therefore, he wants the Wu clan to go to the underworld together, where Ho-Tu can be sure to protect the safety of all of them. At this moment, the 2 clans are fighting to the death. How can we, the Wu clan, retreat? That is, we and the Witch clan will never retreat. The ancestral witches were furious when they heard that Ho-Tu did not intervene in this battle and wanted to persuade them to escape. Emperor Jun and Dong Huang of the Demon Clan were overjoyed when they found out. If existences at the Honghuang Saint level do not interfere, the Demon Clan can. There is no need to be afraid of the Wu clan. The ancestor witches did not enter the underworld with the Wu clan. Ho-Tu could only sigh and enter the underworld alone. The evil thoughts and evil souls of the 2 clans who died tragically in the battle also poured into the underworld. The merits of a saint are great, but he will never leave the underworld forever. Such merits of a saint are not what we want. I and others are very envious when they see the saint's merits, but they are just envious and have no other thoughts. After all, the price for this merit is eternal banning, which is too costly for them. Dejun, you no longer have the witch-slaying sword, let's see how you still show off your evil deeds. The 11 ancestral witches rioted again. Humph, Dezhang, you and everyone else have been seriously injured, and the Wu clan has suffered heavy casualties. What should I, the heavenly court, be afraid of? The battle between the 2 clans of demons and witches continues. It lasts for hundreds of years. The casualties of the 2 clans have reached a terrifying number. Ho Yi, Xin Tian, you 2 take the place of Ho-Tu Wu and follow us to perform the Wu clan's great formation. The 2 great witches Hao Yi and Xin Tian, who were fighting, heard the sound and rose up in the air. The 12 capital gods and demons formation. Dezhang scolded, and the powerful blood power exploded. A sky-high phantom stood out. This phantom held a giant axe, its eyes were like the sun and the moon, and its breath was like the heaven and earth changing. It was very scary. The phantom of Pangu. Dejun and Dongwang's expressions changed in shock. Ask for the Dharma of Father God. Is this the last trump card of Xiaowu? Yuanqi and the 2 of them were shocked in their hearts. This great god Pangu is just a phantom, but it actually makes us tremble with fear. If it were his true form, one look from him would be enough to kill us. After receiving the invitation, the 2 of them looked surprised. Teacher, is that the shadow of the great god Pangu? Bravo! Teacher, this phantom of Pangu is so terrifying. If you were to fight against him, who would win? Jin. Ling Wudaing asked. If it were the true form of Pangu, I would not be able to defeat him. But if it is a shadow, I am not afraid. The true form of the great god Pangu is an existence that opens the sky. It has also reached the supreme level of the avenue of power. In one breath, a look can easily destroy the Honghuang saint. But a phantom, reaching the sky with the current avenue of power, coupled with many magical means, he can fight with him and remain undefeated. Teacher, you are so awesome, Jinling. Wudaing is full of admiration. The demon clan is dead. The great formation of gods and demons in the 12 capitals was powerful. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of thousands of monsters had been taken away. If this continues, the monsters will suffer heavy damage in less than a day. Teacher, the Wu clan's formation is so powerful, will the demon clan be invincible? Jinling asked curiously. No, the monster clan also has the innate formation and the Zhoutian star formation, Tongtian said. Tongtian had just finished speaking. Dijun, who had been forced back by the array of gods and demons from the 12 capital heavens one after another, had a look on his face. Dijong, if you want to fight to the death, then I will accompany you. All the demon generals and demons obey the order and follow me to perform the Zhoutian star formation. The Zhoutian star's formation is an innate formation that Dijong learned from the Hichuluashu. The demon general and the great demon are used as the guide for the formation, and the Emperor Jun Donghuang's treasure is used as the flag to summon the power of the Zhoutian stars. Respect the Emperor's order. Many demon generals and big demons responded. But among them, the monkey who was having a fake fight with Duobeo had a look in his eyes. Senior brother, we have to step back a little. The innate formations of these two tribes are very terrifying. After the fight is over, we will come back to seek opportunities and luck. The Tongbo ape ignored Dijun's order at all. Instead, he sent a message to Duobeo. Good, Duobeo nodded when he heard the words. The two of them fought while retreating. The Zhoutian star formation finally took shape, and the power of the Zhoutian stars landed on the demon clan, drawing out the phantoms of the stars. The witch clan is dead. Dijun guided the formation and began to collide with the phantom of Pangu of the Wu clan. Every collision would surely shatter thousands of mountains and rivers. At the same time, it would also take away the lives of many demon clans and witch clans. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 42. Countless battles continued. The two clans finally reached the final blow of life and death. Dijong, die. Emperor Jun, I will destroy your demon clan. The phantom of Pangu composed of the 12 heavenly gods and demons formed the final blow. The Zhoutian star formation also triggered the most violent star power. A sound resounded throughout the heaven and earth. A power that was devastating and shaking the sky. Exploded. Emperor Jun Donghuang was the first to die. Donghuang's chaos bell turned into fragments, and Dijun's Hichuluashu was split into two. Among the thousands of demon generals and great demons, only Bai Zi was left. Several big monsters. However, although they were lucky enough to survive, their Yuan Shen Taoist bodies were all seriously injured and they lost the slightest fighting power. As for the witch clan, the 11 and 12 ancestral witches, Emperor Zhangzu Wu, Jimangzu Wu, Lingshao ancestral Wu, Tianwu ancestral witch, Qiangliang ancestral witch, Yizhi ancestral witch, Zhu Juyan ancestral witch, Shibashi ancestral witch, and Xianming ancestral witch. There were 9 ancestral witches in total, and their bodies were destroyed. Only Zhurong and Gonggong were left. But these 2 ancestral witches have broken bodies and have been seriously injured. Without countless Yuanhui, it is absolutely impossible to recover. Among the thousands of great witches, only Xin Tian, Qi Yu, and Xiang Lu survived. Their injuries were no less serious than Zhurong Gonggong. There are now only a few hundred members of the Wu clan left. After this battle, the era of dominance between the two clans is completely over. From now on, the two clans of Lich and Lich will gradually become a thing of the past. What a terrible battle, teacher. Is this how the battle ends now? On the desert island, Jinling asked. The Lich War is over, but there is still fighting here, Tong Tien Dao. And fighting? Is there anyone else? Why are they fighting? Wu Dang was shocked. For the sake of opportunity and luck, the countless magic weapons and spiritual objects left behind in the battle between the Lich and the witches are opportunities. The remaining witches and monsters are all luck. How could you let go of all the powerful men in the wilderness? Tong Tien said with a smile. After speaking to the two women, Tong Tien quickly used the magical power to change the world, and then used the method of sound transmission to Duobeo, Tongbobi monkey, this is your chance now, why don't you seize the treasure and collect the remaining luck of the two races? They were also startled by the last two bombardments. It wasn't until Tong Tien made a sound that the two of them immediately woke up. Teacher. The two of them were shocked and moved instantly. It turned out that the teacher had been paying attention to them. Senior brother, the teacher has sent a message, let's take action quickly. The monkey said instinctively. Good. Duobeo nodded. The two quickly began to collect the magic weapons and spiritual objects left behind by the war between the two clans. Junior brother Yuanqi, our opportunity has come. I and Yuanqi looked at the Hichuluashu that was split into two parts and the fragments of the chaos clock, and they suddenly thought. Senior brother, let's go too. Hichuluashu, the fragments of the chaos bell, and the fragments of the witch treasures of the ancestral witches are not mortal objects. After refining, they will definitely become acquired treasures. They are innate spiritual treasures. Jiyin and Zunti were also dispatched. But at this moment, a body came across the sky from the direction of Buzhu Mountain. It's a pity that I, Fuxi, came too late, so my two Taoist friends Dijun and Donghuang died. Fuxi sighed, his body already floating in the air. However, since the two fellow Taoists died, I should be responsible for the powerful demon clan. In this way, the broken magic weapons of the two fellow Taoists should also be in my charge. Fuxi condensed the void, seeming to be talking to himself, but he was actually telling everyone. Fuxi belongs to the demon clan, and the demon clan relics of Emperor Jun and Donghuang should be given to him. I, Yuanqi, and Jiyin and Zunti, but from the beginning of the war to the end. Especially Jiyin and Zunti can be said to have promoted this war. How could they agree? Fellow Taoist Fuxi, what you said is wrong. Since Daijun and fellow Taoist Donghuang have fallen, what they have left behind is that those who have seen it have a share. I stood up and said. Yes, if fellow Taoist Fuxi wants to take it away as a member of the demon clan, we will not agree. The receptionist was tough for the first time. Fuxi frowned. But before he could say anything, two more shadows appeared on the horizon. Kunpeng and Ancestor Styx came as a team. Fuxi, if your sister comes, you can take away Donghuang and Daijun's things, but you alone are not qualified. Kunpeng scolded arrogantly. Kunpeng, Styx. Seeing the arrival of these two people, I, Jiyin and others all had a headache. These two are fierce people, and they would even dare to kill Dazu disciples. But Fuxi had a cold look on his face when he saw the two of them. Exalting his sister, but belittling him. For Fuxi, this is a kind of ridicule. Kunpeng, I must get the things belonging to Donghuang and Daijun today, and I must also take away the rest of the demon clan. Fuxi showed some strength. His sister became a saint. Although he knew that there was no hope of becoming a saint. He also wanted to improve his status and strength. This time was a rare opportunity for him, and the Eastern Emperor's Jinyubeo could help as he increases his strength. The remaining demon clan can even increase his status. Therefore, he had already thought about it before he came, and he must succeed no matter what. No matter who it is, no one can stop him. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 43. Kunpeng originally also belonged to the demon clan. He also knew about the Lich War. But help never came. Its purpose can be said to be similar to Fuxi's. I also want to wait until Emperor Dongjun dies to replace them. Fuxi, if you want to get this opportunity and luck, you have to look at your ability. Demon Master Sword out. Kunpeng scolded and took action without hesitation. Innate Bagua diagram, revealed. Fu Zihao sacrificed his corpse-killing treasure. Kunpeng was very powerful, but Fuxi was not weak either. However, when the two sides were fighting, Junior brother, there are so many powerful people above who are targeting the fragments of the treasure of Emperor Jun and Donghuang. Do we really want to go? The survivors of the two tribes were recovering from their injuries and had no time to care about them. The powerful ones above were on guard against each other and did not pay attention to them. In a short time, Duobao and the ape monkey could be said to have gained a lot. Woo many of the spiritual objects of the demon clan to enhance themselves, and many of the magic weapons of the demon clan's great demon generals fell into the pockets of the two of them. Seeing that not many good things were collected, the thong-armed ape set his sights on the chaos clock and the chaos bell. Fragments of Hichuluashu. What are you afraid of? They are fighting at the moment and can't notice us at all. Let's sneak up and come down. Three-branched monkeys are bold and impulsive. But Duobao appears to be cautious and steady. Duobao is still a little hesitant. Second senior brother, that is a really good thing. Once you get it and refine it in the future, you will definitely get acquired treasures or even innate spiritual treasures. We can increase our strength a lot, Tongbao encouraged. As soon as he heard about acquired treasures and innate spiritual treasures, Duobao was immediately moved. In the end, greed outweighed reason. Okay, let's go there and take it before we talk, Duobao nodded. The second senior brother and the third senior brother were so brave that they actually went to get something that all the powerful men were interested in, Jinling said in surprise. Great dangers bring great opportunities. If they hadn't been like this, the fragments of the two innate treasures would have been lost, Tongtian said with a smile. If these two disciples don't have the courage today, Tongtian would be a little disappointed. There is a great opportunity in front of him, and there is nothing to stop him. Only in this way can he be worthy of being his disciples. The two stepped forward. Sure enough. Yuanqi, Jianzunti and others were all watching the battle between Kunpeng and Fuxi, and did not notice Duobao and the ape at all. Junior brother, I got it. After collecting the fragments of Chaos Clock and Hichuluashu, Duobao looked overjoyed. Senior brother, let's go farther away to avoid being discovered. After taking the thing, the viper was very decisive and stepped aside. In the void, Kunpeng and Fuxi were already fighting fiercely. Both their demon and Taoist bodies were injured. At this moment, Kunpeng had just fired a sword, but he had not yet had time to do it. The second sword. Fuxi took advantage of the momentum, and the powerful power of law swept out. If this blow was fired, Kunpeng would definitely not feel comfortable. However, at this moment, Kunpeng suddenly had a sneer on his face. Fuxi subconsciously he felt something was wrong. Just when he was preparing to take precautions, the ancestor of Styx moved. Fuxi, today is your death day. A red lotus karma fire law blasted out, and at the same time, Abi Yuantu was not slow at all, and he also slashed down in the air. Boom! A loud noise came out. Fuxi's Dao body was shattered instantly. The fire of the soul immediately faded at an extremely fast speed. Sister, save me. Seeing that he was about to die, Fuxi called out with the last bit of power of law. Nuo had never paid attention to the affairs of heaven since she broke with heaven. She only took a casual look at the Lich War and stopped. No matter what, he continued to meditate in seclusion. When he heard his elder brother's cry for help, his eyes moved. With the power of a saint, he immediately knew that his elder brother had been robbed. The power of a saint emerged. "Who dares to hurt my brother? Court death!" Nu Wa gave a sweet shout, as if the heaven and earth were shaking. In the blink of an eye, the saint came towards the Lich battlefield. Saint Nuwa, Yuanqi, took the lead, and the faces of the four Zunti changed. Kunpeng and ancestor Minghe looked horrified. They are very fierce, but facing the Hunyuan saint, they don't have the courage and qualifications to be so fierce. Kunpeng, go quickly. Seeing that the power of the saint was about to come, the two of them immediately did not dare to stay. Originally, the two of them wanted to kill Fuxi with one blow, but Fuxi still called Nuwa over at the last moment. The two of them escaped at such a speed that call someone quickly. Before taking a breath, she had already escaped thousands of miles away. Nuwa's true body came. Seeing that Fuxi's Taoist body was broken and the fire of the soul was almost extinguished, he was very angry in his heart. But it was too late to find Kunpeng and Styx. To seek revenge, he quickly used the power of a saint to save Fuxi's last spark of soul. I have seen the Saint Nuwa. Several people saw Nuwa and saluted quickly. Although several people came from the same sect, Nuwa was the first to become a saint, and they were only quasi-sages. In terms of honor, Nuwa was now in the front. Snort. Nu Wa snorted coldly, without even looking at the people. Obviously, Nu Wa was also angry. These people were watching their elder brother being seriously injured, but they did not help him. Kunpeng, Styx, if my eldest brother dies, I will let you two suffer the same fate. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 44. Fuxi Yuan Shen only had a little spark left, and Nuwa did not dare to hesitate. He quickly took it back to Buzhu Mountain. Kunpeng and Minghe seriously injured Fuxi, which attracted Nuwa, who was eventually scared away. But I am happy to be introduced to Yuanqi. Now there are only 4 of them left, but they are missing 3 strong enemies. My fellow Taoist, there are only 2 parties left at this moment, me and the others. Ji Yin laughed. Guide fellow Taoist, how are you preparing? Do you want to fight with me? I said. My Taoist friend is joking, I and the others are not the kind of people who want to be strong and aggressive. On the desert island, I heard what Ji Yin said. Tongtian was despised. This was obviously because Ji Yin was afraid that he and Zunti could not compete with Laozi Yuanqi, so he said so modestly. If it were to be a 2-on-1 try, the 2 of them would definitely be incompetent. Don't hesitate to start a war. Fellow Taoist Laozi, I have an idea. Fellow Taoist Laozi and fellow Taoist Yuanqi will try it out. Here, we each have a share of the treasures left by Emperor Jun and Donghuang. As for the spiritual objects and treasures of the other 2 tribes, we will share them equally. There are 2 remaining witches from the 2 tribes, and one of us will choose one and take it under our command. We each get half of such opportunity and luck. Ji Yin said. Half each. I and Yuanqi glanced at each other. There is no need to start a war, and half of the luck and luck can be divided directly. This can be regarded as saving time and effort. Okay, let's distribute it like this. Yuanqi and I chose to bring the Wu clan under our command. As for the treasure fragments of Donghuang and Daijun, we wanted Daijun's Hichuluashu. I thought for a while and said. I am obviously not a good person. The chaos bell was broken into more than a dozen pieces. The Hichuluashu was better, but it was only divided into 2. If it is refined, the power will not be reduced. Too many. Ji Yin's eyes flickered. He was thinking about Hichuluashu before, but unexpectedly I chose him first. Fellow Taoist, Do you want to regret the idea you just came up with? My tone showed a bit of strength. On a deserted island. I watched a few people fighting for it. Jinling laughed and said, teacher, these people are so stupid. The fragments of the treasure have been taken away by the second and third senior brothers, and they are still fighting for it. Tongtian smiled indifferently. They can't get the fragments of the magic weapon, and the remaining liches of the two tribes can't get it either. He also threatened to take the remaining liches of the two tribes under his command, which is tantamount to joking. I was forced to say nothing by Jian. It can only be a compromise. Fellow Taoist, I was joking, since it was my idea, how could I go back on it? That's good, let's quickly divide the fragments of the treasure, and then each take the remnants of the two clans under their command. As he said that, I, Yuanqi, Jian, and Zunti all looked towards the place where the fragments of the two treasures were left. However, they saw that the fragments of the treasure had disappeared. Not only the two treasures of Emperor Honghuang, the fragments, other treasure fragments and lost spiritual objects from the previous war between the Witch clan and the Monster clan have also disappeared. What happened? The four of them were all stunned. Where did the treasure fragments and spiritual objects go? Fellow Taoist guide, could it be that you two just secretly took it first? I asked with doubtful eyes. Fellow Taoist, I feel that you and fellow Taoist Yuanqi are behind the scenes. Jiyan also looked at me suspiciously. For a moment, the four of them looked suspicious. But after a long confrontation, they all realized that no one of the four had a chance to steal secretly. Because they always standing together, never disappearing from sight. My fellow Taoist, it seems that this side has great power. Jiyan looked serious. The four of us have never left, this is the only possibility, I nodded. Senior brother, now that all the treasure fragments and spiritual objects on the ground have been taken away, what should we do? Do you want to find this person first? Yuanqi asked me. This person was able to find the right opportunity to secretly take away the treasure fragments and spiritual objects. He must have thought of a countermeasure before coming, and he was very powerful. He should have escaped by now, I guess. Seriously. I think so. Jiyan also nodded in agreement. The four of them made some guesses and found out that it was quite real. As everyone knows, Duobao and the apes who took the fragments of the treasure and the spiritual objects were not very powerful, and they did not go far away after the two harvested. They returned to the remaining members of the Demon clan and the Witch clan respectively. Although there are no opportunities like treasure fragments and many spiritual objects, we still have the remaining members of the two tribes, and we have taken them under our command. This trip is not in vain. I said. Then my fellow Taoist, you go to conquer the Wu clan, and we, two brothers, go to conquer the Demon clan, Jiyan said. Good. The four of them separated. They took Yin and Zunti and headed towards the remaining Demon clan. I Yuanqi headed towards the remaining members of the Wu clan. You and other demon tribes, seeing that you are destined to me in the west, are you willing to join me in the west? Jiyan and Zunti looked at the demon general Bai Zi and others left behind by the demon clan with smiles on their faces. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 45. Everyone in Bai Zi woke up while recovering from their injuries. What kind of place is the West? It is barren and desolate. One word is poor, two words are very poor. These demon generals were all glorious beings in the past. Of course they don't want to. But Jiyan and Zunti are notoriously eloquent. The demon clan has fallen, and the two Taoist friends Donghuang and Daijun have fallen. The future situation for you will not be good. The two of us in the West are not talented. Although we are only quasi-sages, we are also disciples of Taoist Hongjun. That's right, we are all destined to become saints in the future. If you follow us, you will never lose your prestige. You two have a word, and I have a word. When the heaven was powerful, the demon generals were so majestic that they offended many immortals. Now that the two clans are in decline, if there is no backer, many people will come to seek revenge in the future. All the demon generals are also very clear about this. The demon generals were a little wavering. However, the thong-armed ape suddenly stood up. The fall of my demon clan is that of the demon clan. My demon clan will only die standing, never kneel down to live. The thong-armed ape showed its unruly attitude and looked down upon the world. The sentence "monsters only stand to die and will never kneel down to live" instantly aroused the bloody nature of all the demon generals and great demons. The demons are the demons. If you remove yourself, being a demon clan is equivalent to being sold to others as slaves. How can dignified demon generals and great demons become slaves? Wow, third senior brother is so impressive. Jinling is like a little fangirl. Tong Tian stared at it, and realized that this is the true nature of the sage, and only in this way can he have the momentum of the future king of demons. I will give you a warning when you are introduced to the West. Originally, all the demon generals have already been moved, but when the monkey came out, it ruined their good deeds. They were very angry with the monkey, but they had seen the ferocity of the monkey before. The demon generals wanted to extradite them, but they wanted to extradite the monkey even more. This monkey demon general, I know you are bloody-minded, but it is a fact that the demon clan was defeated. Don't worry, if you come to the West, we will definitely respect you. At that time, you only need to add our Western monster clan to the name of your monster clan. Jiyan and Zunti said. The demon clan is the demon clan, why come to the Western demon clan? Adding this title in front is equivalent to an insult to our demon clan. Insult me, the demon tribe, and I, the thong-armed ape, will be the first to refuse. The ape took out the sky stick, and its ferocious nature suddenly appeared. The brainwashing of Jiyan and Zunti was very good, but the rhythm of the ape was even better. The blood of the demon clan was also stimulated, although it was not restored to 1,000 points at this moment. One strength. But they also showed the momentum of never surrendering. Now's Hidi had a headache. At the same time, Laozi and Yuanqi had arrived at the Wu clan. Members of the Wu clan, since the power of the Wu clan has been exhausted, why not come under my seat, Liang Qing? In this way, you Wu clan still have a chance to survive. I said in an indifferent tone. Zhu Rong and Gong Gong, the ancestral witches who were recovering from their injuries, woke up, their faces full of anger. Who said that my witch clan's momentum has been exhausted? There are still 2 ancestral witches in the witch clan. Gong Gong and Zhu Rong, 2 Taoist friends, your injuries will not be recovered for even a few yuan hui. As for the other great witches and witch soldiers, they were also seriously injured. If the 2 of you don't come under me, I'm afraid you won't be able to hold on until you recover from your injuries, and you'll be killed by the great powers of the prehistoric times. I think you don't want the Wu clan to be completely wiped out, right? Yuanqi and Yuanqi both had strong looks on their faces. Are you threatening us? Zhu Rong Gong Gong was instantly furious. You have no one to fight with anymore, so what about the threat? I sneered. To be honest, if all the 12 ancestral witches were here, I wouldn't be able to be beaten even from Yuanqi. But now I have nothing to fear. Who said that the Wu clan has no one to fight? And I. At this moment, Duobeo and his mount came out from behind. Laozi and Yuanqi looked and saw a golden immortal walking out. They immediately disdained. By you? You also want to fight me and the other 2? I and Yuanqi laughed. Teacher, the second senior brother and the third senior brother all face those bad guys, what should we do? In the desert island, Jinling and Wudain were very worried about Duobeo and the monkey. I am here. This time they are trying to seize the fate of the last 2 clans. How can I let them fail? The magical power was used in a different way. In an instant, the aura, sound, and power of the law changed. As disciples of the Taoist ancestors, you are so shameless and bully the disabled. Tongtian's voice was transmitted into the void. I was about to use force to force the two tribes of Lich and Witch to attract the four people, and their expressions changed. Duobao and Tongjiaho were overjoyed. Although at this moment Tongtian used the magic power of changing the world, the breath and sound were all there have been changes. But for those who can take action at this moment, they can be sure that there is no one else but their teacher Tongtian. Duobao and Tong Baiwanghao each face two quasi-sages. To be honest, they are also a little timid. The reason why they have the courage stand up and rely on Tongtian. Who? I shouted loudly. Who am I? You are not qualified to know now. You, on the other hand, do such shameless things, do you still have the face? Tongtian laughed with a mocking tone. When the four of them heard this, their faces became furious. Fellow Taoist, what do you mean by mocking us like this? If you want to fight, then come out and fight, Yuan Shi scolded. If you want to fight, why come out? Get my magical powers. Tongtian shouted loudly. He captured the sun and took the moon out of the void. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 46. Capturing the sun and the moon is a long-range magical power. Wherever the spiritual consciousness goes, the magical power can reach it. If not, it cannot be called capturing the sun and capturing the moon. The powerful force blasted directly towards the four people. The expressions of the four people changed. Quickly reveal the power of the law. Just as the four were resisting, Tongtian sent a message to Duobao and the ape. If we don't leave now, when will we wait? Duobao and the ape suddenly understood. All demon generals and great demons, please follow me and leave here immediately. The ape is already very popular among the demon generals and the great demons. After confronting the two quasi-sages, the demon generals and the great demons have taken it as their faith. Where the heart belongs is where the destiny lies. Gathering together, the thong-armed ape has completely taken over the remaining luck of the demon clan. Zurong Gong Gong, the ancestral witch, and all the other great witches, we will leave quickly. You can't stay here for long. Duobao shouted quickly towards the Wu clan. Originally, Duobao was regarded as one of the Wu clan by the Wu clan, but his status was very low. But just now, his fighting spirit soared, and he stepped out of the golden immortal realm to protect all the Wu clan, so that all the Wu clan respect them. Even Zurong and Gong Gong were surprised that a person from outside the clan could protect them without fear of the quasi-sage at the time of life and death. The Witch clan and I quickly left with Taoist Duobao. When I was leading the four people to meet the supernatural power of the sky, Taoist Duobao summoned a ferocious beast, made it 10 million times larger, and carried the Witch clan away. The simian monkey also summoned the water and fire unicorn and took away all the demons. The great demon captured the sun and took the moon across hundreds of millions of miles in the void, without losing any momentum. The powerful laws in the void broke out. In an instant, I and the others did not dare to be careless, and quickly used the power of the laws to resist. There was a sound. A loud noise was heard. In the void, a powerful wave of air swept across. I, together with several others, were forced back thousands of miles. This person is so strong. Everyone was shocked. No, my fellow Taoist, the people from the Witch clan and the Demon clan have all escaped. At this time, Ji Yin saw that the original Witch clan and Monster clan were empty, and quickly shouted, "Go chase!" A few people quickly prepared to chase the Witch clan and the Demon clan separately. However, how could Tongtian allow them to do so? Want to leave? Give me some more magical powers. Under the magical power of changing heaven and earth, I had no scruples in attacking the sky. After a while, I led the 4 people to say that they were seriously injured, and the fire of the soul was dim. Let's go quickly, I'm no match for this person. After receiving several magical powers from Tongtian one after another, they were defeated one after another. It would be fine if they were just defeated, but now they don't even know where Tongtian is or who he is. Several people fled in a hurry. I and Yuanqi have been guarding the witch. The demon war was fought, and Jiyin and Zunti promoted the war. However, the 4 of them did not catch anything. They all belonged to Tongtian disciples. Teacher, so awesome. Teacher, you are so strong. You can beat 4 of them with 1 person, and you can beat them to pieces. Jin Ling Liudang said with a sweet smile full of admiration. Tongtian smiled. Tongtian was ready to change his perspective to see where the witches and demons had fled, but suddenly, Tongtian saw one end of the void. There was a very weak power of law. Is there anyone else? Tongtian paused. According to what he knew, everyone who was supposed to appear in the Lich War was on stage at this moment, and there should be no one left. However, a power of law emerged. Tongtian immediately stared at it. Fragments of the original law of killing of the Xianming ancestral witch. Tongtian recognized its origin at a glance and was shocked. The Wu clan is different from other people. They are born with the original law. When other people's souls are extinguished, the laws must not exist. But if the Wu clan's witch body is damaged, there will be certain the probability of leaving behind the power of the original law. Good thing, with this fragment of the original law of killing, dissolved in the 4 swords of Zhu Xian, it will definitely increase its power. The 4 swords of Zhu Xian are the innate treasures of killing. If they are integrated into the fragments of the law of killing, they will not become chaos spiritual treasures. But their power will definitely be the same. The luck of the magic weapon is good, but for Tongtian, the fragments of the law of killing are not the same. But it was better. After searching, his 2 disciples left the best ones behind. Tongtian immediately used his magical power to take back the original power of the law of killing. Then, Tongtian moved towards Tuobeo Taoist and Tongtian from the Lich and Demon clans. The arm monkey stared away. With the help of Dai Tuobeo from the Wu clan, he finally returned to Pangu Palace. Taoist Tuobeo brought us back today, which is a great kindness. From today on, Taoist Tuobeo will be the wizard of our clan, with a status second only to the ancestral wizard. Whenever the great wizard and other clan members see him, they must bow and respect him. Gong Gong Zurong issued an order to inform all Wu clans. See the Wizard of Treasures. Everyone from the Witch clan saluted. The Demon clan. Demon General Bai Zi, our 2 Demon clan masters have fallen, but our Demon clan cannot be left without a master. That's right, we must choose a Demon King. Several Demon Generals discussed. What they said makes sense, but I am not qualified to assume the position of Demon King. I suggest that from now on the Brachylobus should lead us. Originally, Bai Zi was somewhat dissatisfied with the Tonkin monkey, but now Bai Zi only has admiration and respect for the Tonkin monkey. If he were Bai Zi, he would never have the courage and ability to fight against the quasi-sage. But the Tonkin monkey can, and for the demon clan takes a firm stand. As for the other demon generals and great demons, they have already regarded the turban as their faith. Therefore, the candidate they have in mind for the demon king is also the turban. Just because Bai Zi was once the number 1 demon general. See, Bai Zi recommended the monkey, and everyone knelt down to the monkey without saying a word. See the demon king with arms, all saluted. Since you make me the demon king, I will definitely take you and others to strengthen the demon clan. But the name of the demon king with arms is not pleasant. From now on, I will be called the demon king of 10,000 demons. The thong-branched ape showed arrogance. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 47. Originally, the title of King of 10,000 Demons would not appear until at least countless tribulations in the journey to the west after countless Yuanhui. But now, because of Tong Tian, the title of King of 10,000 Demons was born early. The second senior brother has become the master of the witch clan, and the third senior brother has obtained the title of King of 10,000 Demons. I wonder when we will achieve our own status. Jin Ling Wudan's face was filled with envy. The two of you will live in seclusion and cultivate to the level of Deluo Jingxian in the future. I will also find an opportunity and luck for you to achieve the honorable position. Tong Tian smiled and said. Teacher, this is what you said. The two women immediately began to retreat in their hearts. Duobao and the ape monkey won the luck and gained the great honor, and their plan was considered a success. Tong Tian took out the killing law of the Xianming ancestral witch. Then he took it out again, the four swords of Zuxian. The four swords of Zuxian were the most powerful treasures in his previous life. Although there was the chaos pearl in this life, and there will be the chaos spiritual treasure later. But the reputation of the four swords of Zuxian, Tong Tian does not want to bury it. Sooner or later, the killing sword will be born. Killing everywhere. The powerful law of force condensed out, and Tong Tian forcibly dissolved the original law of killing directly into the four swords of Zuxian. At first, the fragments of Suanming's original law of killing seemed to still want to struggle. But the law of force crushed it. Under the pressure, he could not resist at all. The fragments of the original law were divided into four and entered into the four swords of Zuxian and were slowly dissolved. In an instant, one could feel the killing power of the four swords of Zuxian rising at an extremely fast speed. I'm afraid this massacre fragment will not completely dissolve in a day or two. It will take thousands of years for Fenbayan to be refined. Duobao Tongbai Monkey has obtained many opportunities, and due to Wuxin's talent, he must be able to break through to Deluo Jingxian soon. I have to deduce the quasi-sage method of Wandao Xiangong for them. The prehistoric times do not remember years. 2,000 years have passed. After the four swords of Zuxian were integrated with the law of killing, they completed their transformation. At this moment, the murderous intent of the four swords was astonishing. Gathered in the void, a sense of murder filled the surrounding area. General Tong Tian finally completed the deduction of the quasi-sage method of Wandao Xiangong and woke up. Yes, the killing power of the four swords of Zuxian has increased at least dozens of times. Among the innate treasures, there is no one that can compare with it. Tong Tian received the four swords of Zuxian with satisfaction. Then, he used the magical power of insight into the world. He observed Wuxin, Duobao, and the three-armed ape monkey. Wuxin has reached the 5th level of Deluo Jingxian. Due to his demonic nature, he has already begun to appear in the west. There is a demon name. Duobao also broke through the 3rd level of Deluo Jingxian. He looked like a Taoist master in Pangu Palace. Every day, the witch clan came to worship and respect him. As for the thong-armed ape, his realm is similar to that of the two senior brothers, but it is much more difficult than the two senior brothers. For 2,000 years, with the remaining demon general De Yao from the former heaven, he went around to summon the demon clan that had been submerged in the heaven. But the thong-armed ape never invited with any righteousness, but directly threatened with force. If you join, you will be killed directly. In this way, the apes now have hundreds of thousands of monsters under their control. Wuxin, Duobao, and monkeys. 3 disciples of Tong Tian Chuanyan. Teacher. The 3 people were surprised. Listen, you 3, I have already deduced the quasi-sage method of killing corpses, and now I will teach it to you and others. The great mysterious magical power transmitted the skills to the 3 people in the void. Remember, no matter who asks, they are not allowed to say that they have anything to do with me before I have transformed into a religion, otherwise you will be in danger of plotting against me. Tong Tian warned. Tiandao and Hong Jun are currently united in the Tao. There are not many Yuanhui who can't control the affairs of the prehistoric era. But for others like Laozi who are about to become saints, all kinds of schemes will inevitably emerge. Although they have warned several disciples before, but in order to prevent his disciples from forgetting, Tongtian said again. Is teacher? The three of them nodded in unison. Okay, I'm going. After saying that, Tongtian's consciousness returned to the island. He glanced at the two female disciples who were in seclusion, and Tongtian did not disturb him. At this time, he saw that the Fenbayan rock on the side was finally refined into the origin of the Chaos Stone. The treasure that killed 3 corpses is finally coming out. Tongtian was overjoyed. It was refined into the origin of the Chaos Stone. To make it take shape, it requires great mana and magical power to refine it. Tongtian's powerful power of law was condensed. At the same time, on Buzhu Mountain, Big Brother's soul has been destroyed too much, and it seems that even with my power as a saint, it's hard to save him. Ever since Nuwa brought back a little of Fuxi's spark spirit, she has tried every means to save her for the past 2,000 years. But it was completely ineffective. At most, Nuwa could barely keep the last spark alive. For the past 2,000 years, Nuwa has thought about it. Looking for Daezu Hongjun. But I can't find him at all. What to do? Nuwa was in a hurry. Suddenly, she had a flash of inspiration and thought of a person. The person who guided her to realize Hunyuan, Tongtian. Fellow Taoist Tongtian is so mysterious and can guide me to become a saint. He should also be able to save my brother. After a look of affirmation appeared on Nuwa's face, the holy body broke through the air and headed towards Tongtian's dojo. The power of the saint is so strong, but it took only 100 breaths to reach outside the Chaos Tianhe formation. Just when she was about to call Tongtian from the Chaos Tianhe formation, a powerful aura came out. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the Great Way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 48. What is this smell? Nuwa's eyes were startled. At this moment, a purple cloud gathered on the horizon. This is the Chaos Thunder Tribulation. The Chaos Thunder Tribulation is the most terrifying thunder tribulation in the world. It is more than 10,000 times more powerful than the Transformation Tribulation. And this thunder tribulation can only occur if treasures above the chaos spiritual treasure level are born. Could it be that fellow Taoist Tongtian has refined some chaos spiritual treasure? Nuwa has never heard of anyone in the prehistoric times who could refine the treasure of chaos. Even Taoist Hongjun had never done it before. Nuwa is incredible. With Tongtian's own ability, she cannot actually refine it. However, Tongtian had a chance to obtain the fire of chaos. When Hongjun once obtained the Fenbayan, he also concluded that the Fenbayan could be refined into the fire of chaos. But he lacked the opportunity, so that Tongtian lost this great benefit. Chaos Tianhe within the formation. The Chaos Stone has been transformed into a treasure mirror, containing powerful power. At this moment, Tongtian has also noticed the chaotic thunder tribulation gathered outside the Chaos Tianhe formation. Although this thunder tribulation has the power of destruction, the Tianhe formation is enough to withstand it. However, Tongtian is not prepared to use the Chaos Tianhe formation to resist this thunder tribulation. Everything must be formed with thunder tribulation. If it falls under the thunder tribulation, it can be called a disaster. But if it survives the thunder tribulation next, that is transformation. This chaos spiritual treasure is very powerful now, but it will become stronger after transformation. As for the possibility of the chaos thunder tribulation destroying this chaos stone, Tongtian has never thought about it. If it is destroyed in this way, how can it be called a chaos spiritual treasure? Now that you have taken shape, I will name you Yushinjian. Now that you've been through a thunderstorm, it's up to you to deal with it. Yushinjian out. The chaos spiritual treasure transformed from the chaos stone flew up in the sky. In the blink of an eye, it was already outside the chaos Tianhe formation. Is it really a chaos spiritual treasure? The smell of this treasure is so strong. Nu Wa exclaimed. The Yushanjian stood in the sky, exuding a power that destroyed the world. A bolt of thunder suddenly appeared in the chaos thunder tribulation. It blasted towards the Yushanbeijian. A loud noise came out. Only the Yushanbeo was seen. After Jian withstood the power of thunder, his momentum not only did not weaken at all. On the contrary, it increased sharply. The chaos spiritual treasure refined by fellow Taoist Tongtian is so strange. After enduring the thunder tribulation, its momentum does not weaken but increases. Another thunderbolt. But this time the Yushan Beijian moved. A powerful destructive aura erupted, and a black substantial force clashed with the thunder. In an instant, the thunder was turned into nothingness by the destructive power of the Yushan Beijian. Such a thunderous power, even if I use the power of a saint, I can't dissolve it so easily. Thunder continued to bombard. The Yushanjian was undoubtedly not destroyed directly. Finally, the last thunder was triggered. This thunder was many times stronger than before. I saw Yu Tianjian, instantly enlarged tens of millions of times, forming the appearance of a chaotic beast. Open your mouth and swallow the last thunderbolt directly. This chaos spiritual treasure is so terrifying. Nu Wa couldn't help but her eyes trembled. The calamity cloud dispersed. Yushanjian returned to its original appearance and slowly fell into the chaos Tianhe formation. The chaos spiritual treasure refined from Fenbeian is really powerful. The power of the Yushanjian makes Tongtian very satisfied. With this treasure, and with Tongtian's current ability, he has no fear when facing the Hunyuan saint. The chaos spiritual treasure has been released, and Tongtian is ready to kill the three corpses. At this time, only hearing Nuwa's voice conveyed the sutra. Fellow Taoist Tongtian, Nuwa wants to see you. Tongtian paused. Before Tongtian could think about what Nuwa was doing here, the voice of the system came from his mind. Ding. It detects that Nuwa comes to Fuxi for help and is given two choices. Choice 1, don't ask and refuse to rescue. Reward, an innate treasure. Option 2, use the 3 light divine water to restore Fuxi. Reward, 100 UN of chaotic power. The chaos Tianhe formation can now resist the Hunyuan saint, but it cannot shield the way of heaven. The power of chaos of 10,000 UN days can shield the way of heaven. The power of chaos of 100 UN days, compared to the power of chaos of 10,000 UN days, although it is very small, it is accumulate less and make more. Innate treasures are good, but it is better to use them to enhance the power of the chaos galaxy formation to block the way of heaven. Tongtian chose the second one without hesitation. He got a spring of 3 light divine water last time, so he took some out. Treating Fuxi was a good deal. According to the original prehistoric calendar, Fuxi should have been reincarnated by Nuwa after this. However, Nuwa has now found Tongtian, and Fuxi's fate has changed. Nuwa, you asked me to save your eldest brother Fuxi, right, Tongtian Deo? Fellow Taoist Tongtian, you are really amazing. You already know that my eldest brother was seriously injured. It seems that I should have come at the right time. Nuwa said. Tongtian not only knew that, but when Fuxi was seriously injured, Tongtian saw it with his own eyes. It's not difficult to save your elder brother. A portion of 3 light divine water emerged. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 49. This is for you. The 3 light divine water was in the hands of Nuwa outside the chaos Tianhe formation in the blink of an eye. What is this? Can you save my brother? Nuwa asked in surprise. This is called the three-light divine water, and it has a miraculous effect on the injuries caused by the incompleteness and loss of the Yuan Shen Dao body. But remember, these things cannot be used separately for rescue, they must be used together, otherwise your eldest brother will die immediately, Tongtian warned. Okay, thank you Taoist Tongtian. Tongtian Dao first showed me the opportunity to attain enlightenment, and then saved my elder brother. This feeling will never be forgotten by my Nuwa. When Taoist friend Tongtian appears, Nuwa will definitely repay you. Nu Wa pursed her lips and said seriously. I go? What do you mean, when I transform, I will repay you? Tongtian felt that these words were too familiar. It was very similar to the classic line after the hero saved the beautiful woman in the previous life. The little girl had nothing to repay, so she could only promise her with her body. Tongtian originally wanted to ask Nuwa in detail whether it was what he had guessed. Meaning. But unexpectedly, after Nuwa finished speaking, her holy body flew away in the air. Now that Nuwa was gone, Tongtian no longer thought about it. He blessed the Chaos Tianhe formation with the power of chaos of 100 yuan. It's time to kill 3 corpses. The royal sky mirror floated around. The power of Tongtian began to rise. The powerful law of force was fully displayed. The stronger the power of the law, the more difficult it was to kill the corpse. At the same time, the requirements for the treasure were higher. If it were not for the chaos spirit Beiyu Tianjian, replace it with other innate treasures. I am afraid that Tongtian will probably fail to kill the 3rd corpse. The aura has been condensed for thousands of years. Finally, it is the last moment. The corpse of Peng Ho. Yushenjian, kill. There was a thunderous roar. The 3rd corpse was chopped out. The breadth of the sky began to increase at an alarming speed. Ding. It detects that the host has successfully beheaded the corpse, and 2 options are given. Choice 1, immediately transform into another form, start to establish a religion, realize the path of Hunyuan, and become famous in heaven. Reward, 2 innate treasures. Choice 2, refuse to transform and continue practicing to lead to the Great Road. Reward, magical power like thunder. If you don't prove the Dao, you will never change your form. The heart of the Dao is indestructible. Tongtian chose 2nd place. The thundering magical power came to Tongtian's mind. The thundering force can be activated by the law of force. After it is used, it has the power of thunder. The Hunyuan saint, no one can resist me. Even Zhen Yuan's book is difficult to resist. What a thunderbolt! Tongtian was overjoyed. Then, Tongtian looked at the system panel. Cultivation level, Quasi-Saint level 23, beheading the corpse. Cultivation, Chaos Strength Supreme. Method spell, Life Initiating Technique Magical. Power, Chaos Fire, Splitting God's Palm, have insight into the heaven and earth, capture the sun and the moon, change the sky and the earth, and use thunderous magic weapons, Sun and Moon Pearl, Hunyuan Golden Dough, Chaos Pearl, 9 Dragon Cauldron, 4 Swords of Killing Immortals, Dividing Treasure Rock, Opening G Pearl, 6 Soul Flags, Heart-Piercing Treasure Lock, Water Dragon Pearl, Flying Gold Sword, 3 Light Divine Water. After beheading the corpse, you can go straight to Hunyuan. Continue to practice in retreat. The prehistoric times do not remember years. $2 will pass. Zurong, our witch clan is the witch clan, how can we believe in the human race? Gong Gong, this is the grand plan of our witch clan. Finally, Gong Gong and Zurong had a conflict over the development of the Wu clan. Seeing the huge number of humans, Zurong intended to borrow the luck of the humans. However, Gong Gong did not agree. The Wu clan should develop its own. Since you don't want to, then let's fight between the 2 of us. Whoever wins, listen to whoever. The only two remaining ancestral witches started fighting from the Pangu Palace. The Pangu Palace was shattered and shot directly into the void. Tong Tien, who was in retreat, immediately woke up. Gong Gong and Zurong start a war. It seems that the next step is for Nuwa to mend the sky, and I will steal the destiny of the human race and prove it. Tong Tien's eyes moved. Then the sound of the system came out. Ding. It is detected that Gong Gong Zurong is about to break through Buzhu Mountain and is given two options. Choice 1, transform immediately, wait for Buzhu Mountain to break, seize Nuwa's credit for mending the sky, and borrow the luck of the human race to become a meritorious saint. Reward, an innate treasure that suppresses luck. Choice 2, refuse to transform and continue to retreat to the Great Avenue. Reward, 500 yuan of chaos power. Tong Tien is practicing Dao Kung Fu. He is following the Supreme Hunyuan path. If he doesn't want the Supreme Hunyuan path, he can use it to get the merits of the Hunyuan saint. Isn't this the same as not giving up the chaos spiritual treasure and choosing a worthless acquired spirit treasure? The first choice was the absolute giant pit. Tong Tien chose the second choice without hesitation. Once again, he got 500 yuan of chaos power. Tong Tien was not interested in the luck of the human race. But his two female disciples, now is a good time to get the honorable position. Gong Gong Zurong fights. Nuwa gets merit, and Laozi gets luck. The two female disciples can't get the merit, but with the power of strategizing, they snatch some human races from Laozi. It is too simple to obtain the honorable position of one's own disciple due to his luck. Zurong, even if I die, I will not let you make the witch clan a mess. Boom. A sound that shook the entire prehistoric world came out. Optimus Prime Buzhu Mountain collapsed. The two ancestral witches, Gong Gong and Zurong, were the first to fall. Followed by all kinds of bad phenomena from heaven and earth descended on the human race. For a time, after a battle between the Lich and the Lich, the recovered human race once again began to suffer heavy casualties. Seeing the suffering of the human race, Nuwa could not bear it. With the help of her elder brother Fuxi, she began to mend the sky. When Tong Tien used insight into the world and saw this, she immediately the consciousness was taken back. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 50. Jinling, Wuodane, you two can wake up. Now both women have reached the 9th level of the Golden Immortal Realm. Their strength is not weak anymore. We are already at the 9th level of the Golden Immortal. The two women woke up and learned about their realm, with happy faces. Jinling, there is nothing to be done. Tong Tien called out. The two happy women hurriedly came to Tong Tien. Jinling, there is no time to meet the teacher. The two women saluted respectfully. Aren't you too envious that the second and third senior brothers have obtained the honorable positions? Now, I also give you the opportunity to gain luck and gain honorable status. Do you too want it? Tong Tien asked with a smile. Teacher, we want it. The two women replied almost at the same time. Great changes have taken place in the prehistoric times, and the human race is suffering from disaster. You too can help the human race and save the human race from the fire and water. In just a few years, you and the two of you will be granted the title of Holy Mother. Tong Tien concluded. It is destiny for me to seize the luck of the human race and become a saint. But besides destiny, there are also plans. It does not affect the destiny of heaven, but it can be planned to steal one or two. Soon, I will also enter the human race and help the human race preaches and the human race establishes a religion and proves the way. The golden spirit is not worthy, and the cultivation is low. It is impossible to preach. But it is possible to help the human race to cultivate with two women. Madonna? Really? The faces of the two women were full of surprise. Since I said it, it must be true. Jinling, I will give you a magic weapon, the flying gold sword. If this magic weapon is used properly, it can protect you against Deluo Jinxian. As he spoke, a golden light appeared in front of Jinling. Jinling picked up the Fijian sword without hesitation, with a happy expression on his face. No need, I will give you the opening G bead. This treasure can be used to attack and defend, and it can also be used against Deluo Jinxian. A powerful aura emerged, and a white bead appeared in front of Liudaing. Liudaing reached out and took it, very happy. I will give you 2 more copies of the 3 light divine water. This product has a wonderful healing effect and can save your lives. 2 copies of the 3 lights divine book appeared. In addition, there are 2 great opportunities for you. 2 traces of the Honghuang purple chi left by the red cloud were injected into the 2 people's bodies respectively. Tongtian's plan can be successful, but with a trace of the Honghuang purple chi in the body, the 2 of them can get twice the result with half the effort. Thank you, teacher. The 2 of them quickly knelt down and thanked. After you go out, do not reveal that you are my disciples before I transform into my form and establish a religion, otherwise you will be in great danger and will be close to me. Tongtian warned. Okay, teacher. The 2 women nodded. Tongtian sent the 2 women out of the Chaos Galaxy formation, and the 2 women rushed towards the human race. At the same time, today I, Nuwa, amend the sky with 5 color stones and the body of a divine turtle. A scream came out. A mysterious power came from the horizon. After Optimus Prime fell, endless void appeared in the sky. But at this moment, under the mysterious power, it is recovering bit by bit. After several years, the world finally recovered normal. Golden lotuses descend from the sky. 6 feet of merit to mend the sky fall into Nuwa's body. Congratulations to Saint Nuwa for gaining the merit of mending the sky again. Congratulations to Saint Nuwa. All the great masters in the ancient times congratulated one after another. I, who was traveling, saw this scene and his face was filled with envy. Then his eyes moved. The 2 tribes of Lich and Demon were destroyed. After this incident, the human race will definitely become the first ethnic group in the prehistoric era, and it will definitely be as lucky as a dragon. At this moment, the human race is in danger. If I can make a plan or 2. It seems that I have found the opportunity to attain enlightenment. Stealing 10% of the human race's luck, I will definitely become the strongest luck saint. I laughed loudly and hurriedly walked towards the human race. This scene has been seen by Tongtian using his magical power to see into the world. Want to take away 10% of your luck? Tongtian says you can get at most 60%. Tongtian smiled disdainfully. Thousands of years passed in the blink of an eye. In the past 1,000 years, Tongtian has not been in seclusion, but has been paying attention to the 2 girls Jin Lingwu and Dang. I appear to be benevolent and moral, but in reality I am a ruthless person. Let the 2 women compete with me for luck, Tongtian cannot be careless. After thousands of years of kindness, Jinling and the 2 women saved the human race. Finally gained the respect of 4 of the 10 major tribes of the human race. And Laozi got the 6 major tribes. Thousands of years ago, when I entered the human race, I discovered Jinling Liudaing. At first, the 2 women didn't have any scheming, thinking they were just helping the human race. So I didn't care about it and only focused on trying to seize the fate of the human race. But now, 4 of the 10 major tribes respect the 2 women far more than themselves. Today, the 4 major tribes are preparing to hold a ceremony to pray to the goddess Nuwa and honor Jinling Liudaing as the Holy Mother. This is equivalent to the 4 major tribes converging their fortunes into 2 women. How could I know that his goal is to win 10% of the human race's luck and become the most powerful luck-loving saint? Laozi stood in the void and yelled angrily, Golden Spirit, you are unworthy. The destiny of the human race is my opportunity to achieve enlightenment. I cannot allow you to take away 40% of it. His angry tone and straightforward words. I have already shown my murderous intention.